Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Maria and I make personal development content here on YouTube. And so in today's video, I wanted to come on here and talk about 3 strongholds that were over my life that God really helped me to overcome, and the effects of me overcoming those strongholds and how they have played a huge role into my development and my journey with God, and honestly being able to see my own strength, and more importantly, being able to see the strength of the Lord and how He will allow us to persevere, to push through, to keep going. And this video is really just an encouragement to anybody who feels like they have these strongholds over their life that they just cannot get through. They cannot get past. And you're just like, God, it just seems like this thing just has me in a bind. So, without further ado, the first thing that was a stronghold um, was my attachment to my hair. Um, when I was younger, I feel like every black girl has this story. When I was younger, hair was healthy, great, all these things. Um, went to summer camp, went to Christian summer camp, really just kind of like just was a regular kid, but I got relaxers when I was younger. And so getting in the water, getting the chlorine, not washing your hair out, not knowing better, all these things definitely caused damage to it. But it never caused, like, me to go bald or anything like that, but it caused damage to it. After that, I really just didn't care anymore about my hair. I kind of just felt like, oh, this is just my story. Like, this is my life. So throughout high school, um, I wore sew-ins. Like, that was my thing. I wore sew-ins, I wore braids, and that was just throughout high school. Then I got to college, I used to wear wigs, and I had just honestly just accepted the fact that, like, I didn't even think about healthy hair. Like, that wasn't even like a thing to me, to be honest with you, until I got out of college. I started going to my hairdresser, and I really like started caring about my hair care. Like, I was able to afford to be able to go to a hairdresser on my own and all these things, right? And so I put in so much time, so much effort, everything to go and get my hair healthy. My hair was very long, it was very healthy, and then I ended up um getting diagnosed with seborrheic dermatitis. Even in that, I still was able to grow my hair well and healthy and all these things. Then I decided to dye my hair. And if you check out some of my older videos, you're going to see I dyed my hair like brown. And that was by far the worst decision I probably should have ever done, could have ever done for my life, for my hair. Because um, it completely, like, my hair just was not able to handle it. It just wasn't. And so all the money, all the time, all the effort that I had put into my hair and my hair care and my hair journey had just been washed away. And so God helped me to see that I had an attachment to my hair. And I would find myself, like, looking back at old pictures and being like so sad and getting like really sad and all these things. And I'm just like, God, like, what is going on? And God helped me to see that, like, I'm providing new wine for you. Like, that old hair that you had, that does not define who you are. That does not define your beauty. That does not define anything like that. So I had to almost allow you to go through that for you to be able to see where the true importance of beauty is. It's not about the outward appearance. It's not about um the longest hair that you have or all these things. And I really went through like an emotional state with that, because like I'm just like, God, I put in so much effort with this. And so God actually helped me to see that I actually need to put in more effort in here, and that's going to show out here. And that doesn't just mean that I don't just mean by putting more effort internally, as far as like just like by reading my Bible, by speaking to him and all those things, but also my character, right? Also my discipline. So as I'm doing these things in order for me to start working and putting more emphasis on who I am internally, I now don't have to be so focused about the external things, because as I do the internal things, the external things are just going to come into play. And that actually leads into number two, which is my attachment to food. And so it was not until my condition with seborrheic dermatitis got so severe that it really started to cause me to have a lot of issues. I mean, flare ups, just really, really, really a really rough time. And it's something that I'm still dealing with to this day. But it's gotten so much better because I've been dealing with a holistic doctor that's been helping me out a lot. And so if you have dealt with any of these type of issues, like trust me when I say it does get better and there is a healing for it. Like don't think that it's over. And I just have to tell you that, because when I tell you, when it comes to strongholds, strongholds are real. And it when it came to food, I realized and I found out that food was the issue. Um, it all has to do with my gut health, and I never really believed, and I'm like, oh, gut health, gut health, gut health. No, gut health is so real, and it has affected me from the inside out. And so this is what I mean when I talked about number one, about focusing on that outward appearance and my hair, but actually I needed to focus on the inward, and I had to focus on making sure that what I'm putting in my body is actually going to feed and do well for me. The Bible says that our body is our temple. And so whatever we place into our body is very important, because that is going to show externally. And so me having this attachment to food, I didn't really realize that I had it until I started getting like really sad, like when I realized I couldn't eat certain things anymore because they were causing me flare-ups on my hair. And then I'm just like, I would feel sad about it, and then I would just keep eating those unhealthy things because I was just so sad. Like I was just like, you know what, well, I just don't believe that like anything is going to help this. I would try to eat healthy for a little bit and I didn't see any changes, and I would just be like, you know what, I just don't believe that there's anything that's going to help this. And so I would just continue to feed and try to comfort myself. And I started to realize that I had an attachment to food. Food was my comfort. Food was something that like I relied on a lot to make me feel better. And so God helped me overcome that, because to be honest with you, this probably sounds crazy, but I really was just so devastated by the effects of this condition on my scalp, that I actually like just like I just had nothing else to say but, God, please give me strength. Like I had to rely on him solely. I still care about my hair. So I'm like, God, like this is causing me issues with my hair. Like I'm gonna mess around and have no hair left by the time I get done with this condition, or by the time the condition gets done with me. And so I just had to like just rely on God. I'm like, God, I can't do this without you. Like I had to genuinely surrender. God, I cannot do this without you. I don't have it in me, God. Like you know my weaknesses, God. Like I was like addicted to sugar. Like these are real things. These are real things, real strongholds that I don't think enough people talk about. And so when I say that you have got to allow God to be able to um, show his power and just rely on him solely, that is the way that you're going to make it through your stronghold. And then finally, the third stronghold that that was over my life, that I was able to overcome, and how God was able to help me with that, is my spending habits. So I feel like a lot of this stuff actually has to do with like appearance, but it's the my spending habits. Like I would just be impulsively shopping. I would just like be like buying anything, any cute outfit, any cute clothes I saw on TikTok, on Instagram, anything like that. Like it just was like, oh, I like it, I buy it. Or it would be like I see somebody on the street and I'm like, oh, where'd you get those from? Or like, yeah, I love those sneakers. Like, where'd you get them from? And like they would tell me, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go look them up. And then I would just like go buy them. And like God again helped me to see like you're masking something up. Like you are trying to look like something on the outside. Um, and you're actually trying to feel something in the inside because you obviously don't feel worthy enough to just use the clothes that you do have. Like I had so many clothes that still had tags on them, and I was just trying to always get the next thrill, something else that's gonna make me feel good, make me feel good, make me feel good. And then once you buy it, that's it. Like it's like those feel good feelings are now over, right? Because now you've bought it, you wear it or you don't, but you've bought it. And so now it's just like that thrill of it all is over. And so what God helped me to really see there is what are you trying to mask? What is it really that you really are trying to feel better about. And when God helped me to see that, I started to realize that, it was with deep insecurity for me. It may have been just the simple fact that, like, growing up, I wasn't always able to buy everything that I wanted. And so now you have like a good job and you have money and you have all these things. And now you want to just be able to go buy frivolously and frivolously. That's what it is, frivolously. But it's like God like showed me again like inwardly like what's going on. And so once I was able to notice that and I was able to spend time with those things, um it helped me to really be able to overcome them and to stop spending impulsively, stop trying to just like fit in, stop trying to be accepted, like go with what you really truly care and what you really truly like and not what you think society likes or not what you think the next trend likes or things like that. And so let me tell you, these were three true strongholds over my life. And so discipline has been a major key in helping me through it. But God God all by himself is enough. Like I just continue to ask God for strength. I continue to ask him to just reveal to me what's truly going on and what's at the bottom of these things that I'm having these strongholds on. So what are my deepest fears or what am I truly struggling with? And I just wanted to give encouragement because I feel like there has to be or there may be somebody who's going through something similar to this, some of these strongholds that I have. And if we're honest with ourselves, we really just can't do it by ourselves because that is the point of strongholds. They have a hold over us, and we really just have to solely depend on God because, like, every single time we will give into our flesh. And so that's really it for me. I really hope this was helpful for someone. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye bye.